I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're nothing but good health, prosperity, a strong mindset, and a healthy vision for the future. It's 4 in the morning right now, and I just had this thought. It was a night thought. And I was saying it to myself. I'm like, when it comes down to it, to actually be successful at stuff, you just gotta find the one thing that is the needle mover, the thing that makes you actually move towards the goal that you're aiming for. And it sounds really obvious and like duh, but like think about it, right? Let's say you're in sales, right? You want to close deals. Well, how do you close deals? You have to get someone in front of you. How do you get someone in front of you? You got to prospect. How do you prospect? Maybe you make calls, maybe you do cold outreach, send emails. However you do it, it starts with that outreach, right? You have to do the initial step. You want to get in shape, then you want to have like a nice physique or whatever. That starts with just going to the gym, right? You do that. It doesn't have to be perfect. The better you get at it, the faster it comes, right? But realistically, all you have to do is move your body at least once, and then you start doing it every day, and then it starts to add up, and eventually you get a result. It may not be a perfect result, but it does take that step towards the right direction. Let's say you want to start a business and you want to grow an audience for people to actually see what you're doing. Well, realistically, you have to post content. That's how you get attention. Algorithms nowadays are pristine. Realistically, if you make content for a specific group of people and you do that long enough, that content will find that group of people. That's just how the algorithms work. And these algorithms are meant to keep people watching the stuff that they like. So if you make the same stuff consistently for that target audience, you will find your target audience. But it starts with making the content. It starts with uploading the video. It starts with turning the camera on. It starts with getting your ideas together. You have to put yourself out there. I think it's funny that human nature is inherently comfortable and inherently lazy, but to be able to succeed, at least what the successful people say, is you have to do pretty much the opposite. Instead of being someone who seeks comfort, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. You have to put yourself in front of people. You have to be willing to be judged. And we're a creature, or we're a species where we want to fit in. We don't want to stand out because it's a survival mechanism. Standing out in the ancient times or whatever, in the caveman times, meant that you had to fend for yourself. But we don't live in that kind of era anymore. And you see it all the time. 30-day challenge, posting for a whole year. Heck, I even did it. I did it in December of last year. I did Vlogmas, right? And ironically enough, that was the time where the most growth happened on my page personally. And I feel like that carries over to a lot of things in life. If you're doing something consistently, or you have a vision for something you want to accomplish, find the one thing that makes a difference, right? And eliminating the distractions is a very important detail. If you really go back, at least for me, if I go back and I look at my phone usage or my screen time, you'll see apps like maybe social media, like Instagram or, YouTube videos. And that same amount of time block that I'm putting into watching content, or you might be putting into consuming, if you just flip that over, it becomes time that helps you move forward. And eliminating that distraction is really important. Here's the thing though, you could still reward yourself. I'm not saying you should exodus all of forms of entertainment or distraction. I think you need that balance. But when it comes down to it, you have to look at your priorities, right? Maybe reallocating where your focus goes is the missing ingredient to your success. And no, nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed in life. You might be working on something that isn't productive or that isn't going to yield a result, but that's okay because it's a learning experience. Life is really just about developing a mentality where you can keep trying and overcome the odds even when things are difficult. And if you really put in that time and you believe in yourself, nothing should be able to stop you. Realistically, you only live one life and you only get one opportunity to try to make something of that life. Whether it be to step out of your comfort zone, whether it be to grow and develop yourself, or maybe it's just about self-reflection. Putting that goal at the forefront of your mind and directing your time to be able to achieve it in a meaningful way, in my opinion, will lead to much better quality of life and much better happiness long term. And find the one thing that matters the most to make progress towards your ambitions. Whether it's doing, an hour a day on your project, or reaching out to a certain client or prospect or whatever, direct your time efficiently and try to stay as consistent as you can. It's not over until you quit. So keep going. Watch this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.